Hey there folks, quick warning. If you watch this video all the way to the end, you may think that I hate West Virginia or that it's a terrible place to live, but that's not my opinion and it isn't true at all. In our next video, we're going to talk about all of the positive stuff about the wild and wonderful West Virginia, but in this video, we're going to talk about the reasons people might not want to live in West Virginia. So without further ado, Rex Petrie, your friendly realtor here, serving West Virginia and Virginia, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, but let's dive on in. All right, so number one, economic growth. West Virginia is struggling in a lot of ways. With the decline of coal production and low energy prices, the state consistently ranks among the poorest in the country. According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, West Virginia ranked 49th in terms of GDP growth in 2020. And it doesn't stop there. The state's median household income is also one of the lowest in the nation, sitting at around $48,850 in 2019, compared to the national median average of $68,700. Another challenge is the lack of economic diversification. Coal has long been the backbone of West Virginia's economy, but the industry's decline has left the state with a limited range of industries and job opportunities. The state has been trying to promote tourism and technology and other sectors, but progress has been slow. So unless you've got a rock-solid job lined up or skills that are in high demand, you might want to think twice before moving here. I've seen it firsthand. I've had several clients move to West Virginia in the last few years, only to leave within a year or two because they couldn't find enough variety of career opportunities in their chosen fields. It's a tough situation, so it's important to know what you're getting into. In fact, the state had one of the lowest labor force participation rates in the nation, hovering around 53% as of 2021. However, in my time as a realtor, I've also met people who have started very successful small businesses and find jobs in growing industries in West Virginia. So it's not all an uphill battle with limited resources and support. It's not impossible to succeed, but it can be challenging in certain less populated areas, especially for those who are new to the area or unfamiliar with the local job market. Moreover, the lack of economic growth has led to brain drain, with many talented young professionals leaving West Virginia after school in search of better opportunities elsewhere. This has created a vicious cycle with fewer skilled workers available to contribute to the state's economy and help it grow. So while there are certainly opportunities in West Virginia, it's crucial to be aware of the challenges that come with the state's economy. Doing your research, networking with locals, and having a solid plan in place can help improve your chances of success if you decide to make the move. Moving on to number two, the healthcare system. West Virginia has some serious challenges in this department, such as the highest rate of preventable deaths and poor rankings in depression, premature deaths, and drug-related deaths. According to America's Health Rankings, West Virginia ranked 47th in overall health in 2022. The state has the highest obesity rate in the nation at around 38%, which contributes to a variety of health issues such as heart disease and diabetes. Furthermore, West Virginia has been particularly hard hit by the opioid epidemic, with one of the highest opioid overdose death rates in the country. It's not all doom and gloom, but it's something to consider when choosing a place to call home. It's a real concern for people with chronic health conditions to live in a place with poor rankings in healthcare. The state also has a higher than average percentage of people without health insurance, which can make accessing healthcare even more difficult. Additionally, West Virginia has a shortage of healthcare professionals, particularly in rural areas. According to the Health Resources and Services Administration, more than half of the state's population lives in a primary care health professional shortage area. This means that many residents face long wait times and limited access to essential healthcare services, which can lead to delayed care and poorer health outcomes. Number three, housing costs and shortages. West Virginia is facing a significant problem with housing insecurity and a rising number of residents unable to afford rent or mortgage payments. According to the National Low-Income Housing Coalition, the state has a shortage of over 17,000 affordable rental homes for extremely low-income renters. On top of that, West Virginia's aging housing inventory and lack of new construction contribute to a limited supply of quality homes. Many of the available homes require substantial repairs or updates, which can be costly for potential buyers. As a realtor, I've seen some clients struggle to find a home that fits their requirements in certain areas, especially with the current market. It's important to be realistic about what you can afford to spend, not only in money, but also in driving, which may be a large factor for whether West Virginia is the right fit for you. According to some sources, 30% of West Virginians are cost burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on housing. I've also seen a growing number of people competing for the same affordable homes, driving up prices and making it even harder for first-time buyers or those with limited budgets. So if you're considering a move to West Virginia, it's essential to factor in the cost and availability of housing. Make sure you have a clear understanding of the local market, the condition of the available homes, and the potential for finding a suitable place to live in within your budget. And remember, as your realtor, I'm here to help guide you through this process and find the best possible housing solution for you and your family. So feel free to fill out the form in the description below, and I'll be happy to assist in that decision-making process, whether you're buying in West Virginia or elsewhere. I've got your back. Before we dive into number four, Hook me up with a like or subscribe if you've gotten any value from this video at all. It helps the channel a lot. Now moving on to number 4. West Virginia has a high poverty rate, currently ranking as the 4th poorest state in the country. According to the Census Bureau, West Virginia's poverty rate was around 16% in 2020, significantly higher than the national average. This high poverty rate not only affects the quality of life for residents, but also has far-reaching consequences for the state's education system, healthcare, and overall economic development. This high poverty rate impacts education levels with the lowest level of higher education attainment in the country. Only about 21% of the state's adults have a bachelor's degree or higher, which is well below the national average of around 32%. This lack of higher education attainment can create a vicious cycle, as limited educational opportunities can lead to lower paying jobs and less economic mobility for residents. The high poverty rate also has a significant impact on the life expectancies in the state. West Virginia ranked 46th in the nation for overall life expectancy, with an average life expectancy of 74.8 years compared to the national average of 78.7 years. This is a result of a multitude of factors, including inadequate access to healthcare, poor nutrition, and higher rates of risky behaviors like smoking and substance abuse. Moreover, West Virginia's high poverty rate affects the state's ability to attract new businesses and industries that could help revitalize its struggling economy. Companies are often reluctant to invest in a state with a poorly educated workforce and limited infrastructure. This lack of investment can lead to fewer job opportunities and exacerbate the cycle of poverty for many residents. In addition to its impact on education, West Virginia's high poverty rate also contributes to disparities in healthcare access and outcomes. The state has one of the highest rates of uninsured residents in the country, and many low-income families struggle to access the healthcare services that they really need. To sum up, West Virginia's high poverty rate has wide-ranging consequences for residents. It's a sad reality, but it's something you should know before making a move. While there are certainly beautiful aspects of the state, such as its stunning landscapes and friendly communities, it's essential to be aware of the challenges that residents face in terms of poverty and related issues. Last but not least, number 5, poor government services. With the underperforming economy and decreasing population, West Virginia is struggling to provide quality education, infrastructure, and healthcare. It's a cycle that's tough to break, and it affects everyone who lives here. For example, West Virginia ranked 45th in the nation for education in a 2021 report by U.S. News and World Report. Additionally, the state's public health infrastructure ranked 48th in the same report. This lack of investment in public services also extends to other areas like public safety and environmental protection. The state's emergency preparedness and response systems have faced challenges, ranking 46th in the nation. Moreover, West Virginia ranks relatively low in air and water quality, which can have long-term consequences for public health and the environment. I've got friends who had to send their kids to schools with outdated materials and overcrowded classrooms. It's not an ideal situation, but it's the reality for many families in parts of West Virginia. In addition, the state's infrastructure has been underfunded for years, leading to deteriorating roads and bridges that can make everyday life more challenging. I drive a lot in Virginia and West Virginia as a realtor, and I've definitely dealt with more in need of love roads with bumps and bruises on the West Virginia side of the border. The lack of investment in public services also impacts community development and quality of life. For example, West Virginia has a low number of parks and recreational facilities per capita, affecting the overall livability of communities. Furthermore, the state's broadband access ranks among the lowest in the country, making it difficult for businesses to operate and residents to stay connected in today's digital world. I know people who've struggled to find good internet service, which is a real challenge when you're trying to work from home or stay connected with loved ones. So there you have it, folks. 5 reasons to avoid moving to West Virginia. And I know it's not the most uplifting topic, but as your realtor, I want you to be well informed. If you're still considering a move to West Virginia or Virginia, please sign up for a homeowner questionnaire below. And if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out for more info. Remember, my job is to help you make the best decision for you and your family. And before we wrap up, I want to remind you that there still are plenty of beautiful things about West Virginia that we didn't cover in this video. The stunning landscapes, friendly communities, and rich history are just a few examples. But it's important to know both the good and the bad before making a big decision like moving to a new state. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more helpful information about West Virginia, and the world of real estate. This is Rex Petrie, your friendly realtor, signing off. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.